Now I've got it in the right order. And I haven't even got my light on. Oh, that's just what you get when you get a bit I was just gonna say in that older realm of life, in that last trimester of life, in the whatever, I am allowed to muck up sometimes. I just wish it wasn't quite so often. Um, Thank you, Shaz, for letting me know that I had the wrong date on the previous one. So there we go. Stopping and starting again did the trick. Good morning, Shaz. How are you? And to everyone else who is actually out there and watching. Yes, I did restart because I had the wrong date on it. So do come over onto the live one, the new one, the fresh one. Nice to have you here by whatever page that you're visiting and showing up. Thank you for watching. We're here for the Daily Lenormand card spread reading, so I'm going to whip over to that. There we go. And that's how I started the first one. Yeah, look, it's just what it is. Now, what I've got here, and I'm hoping it did show up as live in the, oh, wrong one, in the Rosboundy page. Yeah, it's saying it is. So that's all right. Let's see if it's the right one. Yes, it is. It is the 2nd of July, isn't it? Yes, good. I can close that out. Don't need to keep it open. Unless I do. Unless I do. Actually, I might because... Who did the trick? Good morning, Shaz. How are you? Whoopsie. Yeah. There we go. I'll just keep that monitoring and make sure I've got it happening correctly. Good morning, Sharina. Nice to see you here. Lovely. I don't think I've seen you here before. Not in the comments anyway. So it's lovely to see you here. Now, what I do is a daily card spread for those who are new and watching replay as new as well. So this card spread is the one that I've been doing for quite a while. And I've just taken up doing 2 more extra cards as focus. I love owls, and I was gifted this gorgeous set. And my camera doesn't like focus on that one. I think it's too light. But it's with love. Look at those beautiful owls. So gorgeous. Yeah. So everything you do with love. I like that. And the other that I've chosen from Leanne Winston, Deb Gibson, Gilmore, sorry, not Gibson, Gilmore, their Inner Soul Guidance Oracle. Because I work with Leanne quite a lot, so I love their new deck. I decided I'm going to use it as a focus card as well, so that there's some level of it is the sort of a focus. I was going to say like a mantra, but these aren't actually a mantra. They are an oracle deck. So it gives a bit of focus in a particular area that this spread could be referencing. That's how I've decided to move it into that type of information. And so it's like the curiosity tea cards on the mat. The mat is the house. This is sort of the house, the main energy it's sitting on. And the spread here is what we're going to read to it. So we're after protection this morning. So may your guiding light surround you, watch over you, and help protect you on your journey. So it's very much it's very interesting, this one, because the beautiful symbolism towards the Dao symbol, the that now I can't remember it. What it's called. Anyone help me? Oh yeah, of course. The show is on my time, Sharon. So now let me go through these. So Shaz, you're there. Sharina, yes. Good morning. What? Good morning to Nikki. We've got Sue. Good morning. We've got Jasmine. Leanne has her own deck. That's very cool. Yes, if you look it up as Inner Soul Guidance Oracle, you can buy a deck from her website. I can't keep up with you, Roz. I've been following you from one live to another. Oh, it's only this morning. I'd goofed with the date, and I sort of thought, instead of going back to edit every one of the 4 or 5 locations it goes to, and they don't always edit the date, the heading, so don't always allow it. I thought it's easier to just stop and start again. That's why. So, is the show on the My Times? It has no notification. Yes, it is on My Time. So definitely, that's it. Yin yang. Thanks, Mia. Wonderful. Thank you, and Jasmine, you too. Wonderful. It is the yin yang. And good morning to Veronica. Wonderful to see you here. I'm glad you've caught up with where I am somewhere. So with this and the protection, that saying that's there, it is like a benediction because the many, many church services, years over my young lifetime, where I was, initially made to go to church and all that sort of stuff, because I have been raised as in the Methodist faith. Then it changed over to Uniting Church, and then I myself had experience of doing lay preaching as well, not following in the footsteps of my dad, but I suppose so in some degree. He'd preached for 60 years or 50 years, 55, something like that, as far as a lay preacher. And my brother went into becoming a reverend minister. So I've just grown for my own spirituality, and this does remind me of those benedictions. Very good prayer as such. Pray for your protection. May your guiding light surround you. So may your connection with spirit be strong and faithful. So here we go, trust. It does go down to trust. So here we go with our reading this morning. Whoops. We're going to have, this is the home space for those of you who are new to this spread. The home space here is where the choices card is. We've got the home in the workspace this morning. Interesting. We've got the time card up in the unexpected energy. We've got the lilies as your role, and we have the fox in the outcome or the central position. It is the outcome technically in the spread as it is in the Gilded Tarot guiding book. That's where that one comes up. So good morning, Sarah. Lovely to see you here online. Good morning, Kim. Lovely to see you here too. So in the vein of having the protection being that base of what our reading is, and it's so perfect because we've got fox there in the middle. And this morning I did feel there's a little bit of the sneaky skullduggery happening in a way with fox in that centre as the outcome. So I do feel that this is potentially a warning to get things sorted, because we have 3 of these cards that were actually in yesterday's, I think they were in yesterday's reading. And I just realised I've got shadows on top with my light turned on up there. If you hang on a second, I'm just going to have a quick look, because I was pretty sure that it was in yesterday's, these phone recognition thingies. Yes. Yeah, we had the home choices and the other home choices and time in yesterday's spread as well. So as protection, have the awareness fully of what's happening around you, that you can actually stand back at times as a witness to really interpret what's happening here. What am I learning? What am I going to act on or leave pass? And that's the decision part. So wherever you're moving around in your home or doing something that's more around the home base or the relationships with family and friends in the home. Oh, got the cup and it's just come up, has just arrived. It might be a bit of noise, maybe. It could have actually pulled up in the driveway. Anyway, that's right. So here we are with our stairs as that choices. So make sure you are putting those choices into action, okay? Decide, do it. We're moving into, and that's bringing the home into the workspace. I work from home, so for me, that's relevant. But I'm feeling that there is that, here we've got the fox looking at what the choices are we're making. And is there a bit of manipulation to have that home stuff and crouch on our workspace and influence it there in a negative way? I'm just feeling a little bit on that, just be aware, have things being up front through the whole of your day. Know those times where you're actually allowing your personal life to influence your work life, and decide what you're wanting to do about that. We are acting on things, not reacting. You'll know the perfect time when that's going to pop into your day to make those decisions and to actually put those the thinking how you're going to be doing things into the action of how you're doing it. and the right timing will show up. You'll be able to discern that. Okay. Now, the lilies in your role, I think it does go into that connection of spirituality, connecting with your guiding spirit, your guidance, your even your ancestry. What would have someone in your past have done with it? And I'm thinking my mum and dad who've both passed. I do chat to them, and I sometimes ask for help. What's your opinion? What do you think? It can be as simple as that, and trusting what your gut feeling gives you as the answer for that. Sometimes we're too busy wanting to create our answers to be how we want them that we're not actually listening fully to what the guidance is, to what is the answer, to what we're being given as that guiding light. We're too busy making our own answers come true and not seeing the truth in what is coming to us through our guidance. If we're asking the questions, we need to be ready um, to move forward with what are suggestions that might go against what we see as our best interest, but in the long term, because of the all-knowingness of what source is, we need to be trusting more that spiritual connection. Okay. And it's that intuition, that gut feeling, however you want to take it in. So moving into that outcome at the evening. Look, fox does only protect its own interests, and that's why the thoughts and thinking and everything for that purpose. Each and every one of us has that essence, some level of essence of the fox in us, because we are striving for things that are good for our family, that we want to have happen in that line of our life, our pathway. And sometimes it conflicts with others. Sometimes it might seem like manipulative and sneaky. It's in the natural nature of being human, and it's why we're learning the lessons as we are on our individual path. And, sometimes there is that compromising and that readjusting how we think and feel at times, because life can be emotional. And that's what part as well of what we're here to learn. It is a physical, mental, and spiritual journey we're on. So I hope you can learn and gain from that reading this morning. Tap into your own sense of essence, spiritual, that connection, what is into your heart, inner soul. And spend a bit of time there so that you can know that you're on the right path for you and for those around you, and for that connection of the humanity good, you know. So I think I better head off. The dog's barking at the carpenter, so I need to actually go and have a chat with Adam. So thank you for being here. Keep being the best you that you can be, and especially thank you for following me from one live to the next one instantly. You're very understanding of how this button pressing. I like pressing buttons. Very understanding. Thank you so much. I'll see you tonight. It is Friday, so it's Friday's Intuitive Chat with Leanne and Roz at 8:30 p.m. Not 8:30 in a moment. Okay, so we'll see you tonight. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, and it's lovely to be here. Till tonight or tomorrow morning at 8. Namaste.